All right. All right. So we had Cleveland at Charlotte. Charlotte, they've been struggling without LaMelo Ball. Uh, Cleveland's been consistent all year. Obviously, 21 wins, only 3 losses. Shows the consistency, right? Mobley had a massive game, 41 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. Just hoping. Dean Wade, 7, 4, and 3. Jared Allen, 11 points. Let's see his blocks, because you can't just a block. You can't really just measure him on offense. Probably some more advanced stats. You probably want to look at, like, defensive win share, maybe some plus minus, things like that when it comes to Jared Allen. Uh, Darius Garland with 18 points, 5 assists. Donovan Mitchell, 5 threes, 18 points, 8 assists, 8 boards. Karis LeVert with 7 and 4. Sam Merrill, where he play? UVA, Utah State. Hmm. Yeah, Brandon Miller with 25 points, 3 3 balls. Josh Green with 16 and 3. Micic with 13 and 7 assists though. DJ Jeffries had a good game. Daquan Jeffries, sorry. Western Tennessee. Western Texas Junior College. Not even sure if I remember him. Wow, that's impressive. Came from JUCO. Isaiah Wong with 9. Nick Smith. Yo, they were saying in the chat yesterday that who's in here? God, hey, what's going on, man? Hornets trash, Cavs championship incoming, Brandon Miller trash. I take it you're not a Hornets fan. Thanks for coming on though. Thanks for coming on. But you really like you really like Cleveland. You feel like they could do some things this year in the playoffs. I thought Mobley had the biggest game of the day. The Joker, man. This guy is putting up unreal numbers. Like, I don't even know if he should be the MVP, honestly. But you can't just keep giving him the MVP, probably. But he's playing the best basketball in the NBA, and they still lost to the worst team in the NBA. Um, what was it? Peyton Watson playing well. Michael Porter, Jokic with 8 assists, 16 rebounds. Westbrook with 12 assists, 10 boards. He only took 6 shots though. Yo, Anthony, what's going on, brother? How was the game yesterday, man? Did you have fun? 14 points. He did really well. Tyson from Clemson, I believe. Um, Strother from Gonzaga playing well. Trey Alexander Creighton. Him and Baylor Shireman, both Creighton guys in the league. Champagny, 23 and 8. Good to see Champagny doing. Valachunas, strong dude, strong guy, strong kid, strong man, strong cat. 20 points, 12 boards, 5 assists. Big game for him. Jordan Poole, 39. This man shot 23s, but he made 9 of them, so it's actually smart. 8 assists, five boards. Koulibaly had 6 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Bob Carrot, he's been playing well, I feel like. Bob Carrington, 10 points, 6 assists. I feel like he's like a good player for them. Oh, the game went really well? Heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah, man. Did y'all get y'all got the win? Um Bagley had 2 rebounds. And Davis, good to see Davis playing. Jared Butler, right? From Baylor, yeah. Good to see him playing 12 points, 4 assists. I feel like I haven't seen a lot. I don't know if he's just been hurt all day. Hey, good job, brother. Good job, buddy. Getting that W, man. What's the record looking like? What's the record looking like so far? Yeah, there's mad. Appreciate whoever liked it. So Jalen Williams, I feel like he's playing at an all-star level. We'll see how his brother does. There's the one with a lot of the hype, Cody Williams, but Isaiah Hartenstein, man, that dude is earning his money, bro. I think he's second in the league in rebounds, bro. SGA, 31 points. Like every night he just gets 30. He's just like a walking 30. Lou Dort, high quality defense. Casey Wallace, I feel like he's he's a tough guy. Like he plays high quality D. Oh yeah, Kentucky, yeah. Alex Caruso, tough guy. AJ Miller's been playing really well too. Like not getting a lot of pub. New Orleans has most of their dudes back though. DeJounte, CJ. Wait, your record is 36-12? Or you had 36-12? Your record is 36-12? Oh wow. Y'all crushing. Yo, what up? Memphis is back. Oh yeah? Okay, I gotta get to the Memphis game. Did they blow somebody out? CJ McCollum back. I feel like they'll be able to make up some wins with CJ, Brandon Ingram, and DeJounte. Even though CJ and Brandon Ingram didn't do like as well as normal. Brandon Ingram only played 19 minutes and only took 4 shots, so I don't know if he got hurt. Trey Murphy, I feel like he's a good shooter. BJ Boston is definitely shown like Javante Green. I feel like he's athletic, but I feel like BJ Boston is taking steps forward. They blew out Boston? Yo, they got Boston. Hmm. Yo, that's respectable right there. They lost to Detroit. Detroit is not bad. Detroit is not bad. Kate Cunningham and Jaden Ivey are just like you could see the growth. And I feel like having vets like Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. help. Jalen Duren, he's a tough guy. Yo, good game. Okay. Okay, what was the score? What was the score? What was the score of the game? Some big time stats. And Malik Beasley, I feel like he's really good. I feel like one of those explosive players. Say pray it up, yo. Those explosive players similar to Malik Monk. He's a microwave kind of player. Just get going. Mikal Bridges, decent game. More than decent, good game. Good game. Three threes. OG Ananobi. I feel like he's been playing well all year. Jericho Jericho Sims, still trying to find his flow. But I think Huck Porty, I feel like they definitely gotta be playing him more and they definitely played him more. That dude is serious. That dude has some potential. Um because they gotta get their big men back. Jalen Brunson doing what he does, 31, 10 assists. Josh Hart been doing what he does, 17, 6 boards. That dude rebounds like crazy. Oh, Precious Achua. And they lost with Precious Achua back? Wow. But I like how they're sprinkling these other guys in. Deuce McBride's been playing really well. He's either gonna stay. Oh, tendonitis for. Oh, Cat didn't play. That's why. Well, either either Deuce McBride, they're gonna incorporate him more like they have been, or he's gonna get paid somewhere else. Oh, 110 to 99. Oh, that's a high. Yeah. Yo, this like, yo, you gotta bet on him next year. Yeah, man, he's been delivering this year. He's been delivering. Tyler Kolek, I think he's a really good player. Um, Dallas, I feel like Dallas is really PJ Washington. I feel like he's just good, consistent, tough. They're going with Derek Lively. It seems like he's starting now, doing what he does. Him and Gafford are pretty much interchangeable. Both good. Both gonna rebound, defend, catch lobs. Kyrie doing Kyrie things. Six threes. Uh, uh, 6 of 9 from three. 6 boards, 4 assists, 29 points. High percentage shooting. Luca shot the ball well. 6 of 13 from three. Triple double. 30, 13, 11. Klay Thompson, 3 trey balls, 5 boards. And off the bench, I'm a Denwood guy. I think Quentin Grimes is a good player as well. Who's Courtman? Oh, Jay Z and Courtman. Oh yeah, yeah. I think he was there. He was there last year too. Scotty Barnes, super unselfish player. All right, Anthony, yo, take care, brother. Oh, you're saying if if you win the bet, you would give some to Anthony? That's funny. Um, have a good night, brother. RJ with 18, 5 assists. I feel like he's been playing well. Abaji is getting his time. Grady Dick, he's back. He had a few games he was out, but he's been playing well this season. Definitely took a step up from last year, for sure. Um, but they're probably tanking for the draft. All right, this is what Yoda was talking about. Memphis Grizzlies massive win over Boston. Only Boston's fifth loss of the season. Brandon Clark. I feel like I feel like he's just like a great fit for this team. He's just him and Ja. Jaren Jackson Jr. He stepped up. He felt like the moment was there. Played big. 9 boards, 27 points, 3 or 4 from three, 4 blocks. Always got to check the blocks with him. Former defensive player of the year. Jalen Wells. He's a rookie, I think. I don't know. Ja Morant, 4 threes, 9 assists, 9 boards. Ja, okay. Nah, I gotta look up the Ja highlights. Yo, Ja's a walking highlight, bro. I gotta. I don't know if he said he's gonna cool down with the dunks, but I feel like Jake Laravia, Sam Hump, and Aldama, like those three, they're just a great fit. And Scottie Pippen's been doing well. It's just some of the minutes are not there. Oh, Cam Spencer. Shout out to Cam Spencer from UConn. Him and his brother Pat Spencer both in the league. Can't be mad at two brothers getting it done in the NBA. Kawamura, I feel like he's a coach favorite. Um, Yo, I gotta check out that reverse jump by Ja. I feel like Memphis will make it to the semifinals at least. Yo, you know what though? You know what's actually funny as heck? Memphis will make it to the. Yo, they could. You know what I mean? Like I think their team is pretty like they play well together. Once Ja is in, they're good. You know what I mean? Like Ja stirs the drink. When Ja's not there, they're not good. But once you put him in there, like they just they just gel. Cause like I feel like those kind of point guards, Ja, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, if you just put them a bunch around a whole bunch of tough guys, they seem to excel, and that team is a whole bunch of tough guys. Jason Tatum, yeah, struggled a little bit. Porzingis has been playing well since he's been back. Jalen Brown had a good game, 22 and 6 assists. Drew Holiday's been scoring as of late. Derek White, 10. Peyton Pritchard had 22. Dang it, man. Yo, I gotta check out them highlights, bro. Okay, Ja Money, Ja rules. Freely and yeah, KD's out again. KD's out again. Royce O'Neal with 23. I feel like he just turned into a 3 point shooter. I don't know if he was always this kind of a 3 point shooter. I feel like Tyus Jones is just he's super steady. Always leading the league in assist to turnover ratio. Brad Beal struggled a little bit today, but still a decent game, 15-5. Kogi, Okogie and Iguodala, the two Africans there. I think Kogi is, I believe he's Nigerian, my Nigerian brother. I think Iguodala is probably Nigerian too. Monte Morris, I feel like he's solid. Like he's similar to Tyus Jones. Reverse flat, but literally reverse flash called it yesterday with that with the Washington game. He literally said that Jordan Poole's gonna go off. Like I literally remember him saying that, and the guy just like literally it happened in exactly it happened exactly how he said it. Okay. Memphis is second in the West now. They gotta be cool when the playoffs comes. Yeah, yeah. Memphis could do some things. Tatum, yeah, he struggled a little bit today, huh? You feel like they shot way too many threes today. I feel you on that. Boston couldn't knock down any threes. What's up, Flash? What up, yo? Lillard should go back to the Blazers for one last dance. like his last year in the league, just go back there. I thought Booker would carry the team without KD. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they should keep that thing. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Booker's good. Booker's good. Denver's low key cooked. Um, Denver's low key. Man, Denver's struggling. I just honestly I think it's Jamal Murray, man. I just don't think he's right. Like if they could figure out a way to get Jamal Murray like healthy, I don't know if it's his hip. I don't know if it's his hamstring. I don't know what it is. I think it's a lower body injury or lower body. I don't know if it's an injury, but he's hurt in his lower body. But yeah, I think if Aaron Gordon could start playing more consistently, I think it'll help them. But yeah, Denver is not looking right. I agree with you on that. Denver just doesn't look right. Especially like if Joker is playing at the level he's like honestly, this is Joker's best season ever. Like he's the best player in the NBA and he's having his best season ever. And they're not good enough. Dame trade, yeah. It was a little weird. But you know what? You know what though, to be honest, if Chris Middleton is could come like I don't know how healthy Chris Middleton is. I mean, he literally had ankle surgery on both ankles. That's that's kind of rough, you know. But if he can be regular Chris Middleton, I think with those three, I don't see how they shouldn't come out of the East. But I always like Drew Holiday at the point because I just feel like what he brings defensively. I think he's arguably the best defensive player in the league. He's underrated defensively, even though he's rated. Like I don't think there's a better defender in the NBA. Like I mean, I think Wemby probably puts up better numbers. Um, Rudy Gobert wins Defensive Player of the Year a lot. Marcus Smart gets a lot of respect for his defense, but for me, I like Drew Holiday. Which is better in their prime, Lillard, Westbrook, D Rose, or Harden? Yeah, that's a great question. That is a great question. I mean, there's a lot of factors in that, but I mean, I just feel like all those guys were consistently carrying their teams. I think Dame was carrying maybe man, if I had to I mean, outside of Dame, like every one of those dudes was a MVP. Westbrook was an MVP, D Rose was an MVP, and Harden was an MVP. You know what I mean? I think who would have had the best career is probably D Rose. Because I feel like he had a team that was built to go far in the playoffs. Denver should have kept Caldwell Pope. Yeah, I think that is actually a good move. I don't. Where is Caldwell Pope? I feel like every team needs like a wing, like a defender like that. Either Rose or Harden. Yeah, like it's tough for me to say. Like I, they're all really good, you know. But I just feel like Rose just had the best chance to go the farthest in the playoffs. I think Dame was trying to prove he could win a ring with him as I just think the problem is Portland never had the right team. Like I don't think they ever had the right team for Dame, and also the issue, the only thing with Dame that I feel like he never got was the defensive side of the ball. Like I've never seen a point guard who's not engaged on the defensive end win a title like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just like doesn't work. Stay prayed up, yo. Um, like think of all the guards like Steve Nash, right? Never won a title, right? Because the defense wasn't there. Like Allen Iverson wasn't really a point guard, but the defense wasn't there. Um, who's another one? James Harden. Like James Harden, I don't even know if you want to consider James Harden a point guard, but if you consider James Harden a point guard, the defense wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like too many of these dudes, their defense isn't right. And I feel like Steph Curry, like at least he became a solid defender. Like he's a decent defender. You got to be at least decent. Like even Jokic, he was bad defensively, but then he like got in shape and he's okay at defense now. He's like decent. Yeah, he was in the West. Yeah, the West is rough, bro. Yeah, ankle surgery on both ankles is crazy. All of them are American. Oh yeah, because yesterday we were talking about all the like not American players. Pope is in Orlando. Okay, yeah, Orlando's doing well with him now. Prime Harden was going crazy. Yeah, he was really good. It was just the playoffs though. When it came to the playoffs, like they just, and that's not really a knock on James Harden. It's just like I feel like that's the only thing like people will say at the end of his career. Like in the playoffs, he wasn't the same. Like regular season, he's probably the best regular season player you could argue of this era. Russ is being underrated in this case since he was the most. Yeah, Russ is nah. I have nothing negative to say about Russ. You know what I mean? I think I think he struck like in the playoffs as well. Like he just wasn't able to carry his team. You know what I mean? Like it's because of the challenge with Russ was like there was a point where his mid range jump shot was like lethal. Like MVP year, maybe the year after, like his mid range jump shot was lethal. But after that, the shooting just wasn't right. And then when you get to the playoffs and everybody clogs the paint and like the defenses that they play now, like if you can't shoot, it's just hard. I'm not saying that he can't shoot, but his shooting just wasn't consistent enough. Uh, but yeah, Russ is great though. I respect Russ. I think he's one of the best. I think he's a top 10 point guard of all time. I think he's just trying to get out when he realized he couldn't. Oh, Dame, maybe? Curry won a couple of rings. His defense used to be so horrible. I mean, his defense, I, I don't know. Like, I mean, I would say people say like his defense was horrible, but like his defense definitely stepped up the last ring. The last ring. But like even before that, I don't know if I would say it was horrible. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who would say that. So like what you're saying makes sense. But like I think Mark Jackson gave him defensive principles. You know what I mean? Like he had like defensive principles because he played under Mark Jackson and he figured out how to be serviceable on that end. I feel like the last title, like I feel like now he's like better. Like he's like pretty good on defense. But yeah, I mean that's a fair point though. That is a fair point. Put Russ over in Germany and let him cook. I mean, honestly, if you put Russ in Washington, he would be cooking right now. Like Russ hasn't lost anything. It's just the opportunities ain't there. Like if you put Russ in Germany, he'd get like 50 a night. Yeah, like Germany would be way too easy for him, especially right now. If Harden didn't get hurt in Brooklyn, he was winning the ring that year. You think so? You think Brooklyn could have won the ring? I don't know. Like I just feel like all those guys, him, Kyrie, like I don't know. Like I think it's difficult to be a guy who could lead a team to a title. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's only a few guys that could do that. I mean, do you think I don't know. It's tough. You know what I mean? Especially like I was saying, defensively, I feel like that's a challenge that he struggled with. Russ just needs to stop shooting so many dang threes. Yeah, Russ is he never really figured out the three. But honestly, this is like his best 3-point shooting season, it feels like. I don't know, maybe he's shooting less, maybe he's cuz he's playing less, but he's actually hitting the three pretty well this year, which is interesting. I don't know. He's shooting 36% from three this year, which is pretty good for Russell Westbrook. If Harden ain't get hurt and okay, Russ if Russ was the number one option, he'll be that guy no matter but nowhere near his no, not nowhere near MVP level. I agree with you on that. I mean, I think if he was in Washington, he'd be scoring like crazy. Like his last year, I feel like that was the last year where he was able to go off. When he was in Washington, he was going off. I think it's the same thing with James Harden. Like you see what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? Last year he wasn't really in position to really score as much because Paul George was still there. He was more probably like a distributor or whatever. But like this year, he has to carry the team, and he's been carrying them. Like if Kawhi comes back, I don't know. I don't know what Kawhi is gonna look like. I don't know if Kawhi can come back. You know what I mean? They're just paying him so much money, so I feel like he has to kind of come back. Yeah, I agree with that. Russ and Harden are ball dominant. Yeah, I agree with that. Both those dudes they love the ball in their hand. Yeah, it's all great points though. All y'all making great points. Yeah, Kawhi, he's making so much money, man. But I feel like that owner, Balmer, that dude's willing to spend anything. He just wants to win somehow. And he's definitely got the money. I mean, that dude's probably one of the 10 richest dudes in the world or something. That dude might want to run for president or something. Like if you're rich, he maybe should run for president and stop messing around with basketball or something. I don't know. Duncan Robinson, good game, five threes. Highsmith, did he play D2? Yeah, he did play D2. Shout out to Highsmith, Wheeling. Shout out to West Virginia. Um, the what's my man's name? Jimmy Butler, 24 and 7. I feel like he's starting to get his flow back. Bam, 25 and 12 and 8 assists. I feel like he loves to distribute the rock, and Tyler Hero's been playing really well. He's been playing on the All Star level. Shout out to Kevin Love. Uh, who's Smith? Oh, Drew Smith. I feel like he's a really good shooter. And Jaime Hawkins. Who's this Johnson? Oh, Keishad. I feel like he's a really good athlete. Um, yeah, that was the day for real. That was the day in the NBA. Hopefully next time I get on here a little bit during the game, but it's all good. I don't even know if Lonnie Walker's in the league right now. I could look. Nah, he's not in the league. He's like, I forgot what country he's in though. Maybe he's in Germany, but I forgot. Let me see. He's in Lithuania. Dang. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know how a team in the NBA cannot use Lonnie Walker though. Like, that's kind of wild to me. Like, Lonnie Walker doesn't have a job in the NBA. That's kind of freaky. Yeah, like Lonnie Walker's not good enough to have a job on a team. Like like honestly, I think Lonnie Walker is good enough to start in the NBA, let alone not even be in the NBA. Like in my head, like somebody's got to sign him in like those dog days of the NBA when it's like March or something, where like a lot of starters don't even want to play anymore. Like they're just sitting out, or like teams know they're not gonna win, so they tank. I mean, this dude's he averaged 11.7, almost 12 a game with the Lakers. Averaged 9.7, almost double digits for the past 4 seasons, and not playing. Like I don't know if he upset somebody. I don't know what happened. I mean, I feel like to be honest, like if you put those guys, Harden, Lillard, like they would go they it would be crazy. It would be like nuts. Like I mean, to put it in perspective, like Jimmer Fredette, like I don't know if he's still playing, but like the dude's averaging almost 40 a night in China. I mean, definitely China they don't play defense. So like if you put those guys in China, like definitely they'd be averaging 40. Like I'm very confident they'd be averaging 40. But like in a lower tier league, yeah, they definitely be averaging 40. I don't know where Jimmer Fredette is playing right now. Maybe he's just at home with his family. Yeah, but those leagues are too low for those guys. Like even at the end of their career, they would still probably play in a really high league. Oh, you're saying Balmer goes crazy at the games? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, you don't like the way the European fans like you feel like they're a little disrespectful. Harden, Lillard, and Russ would be MJ in Europe. Yeah, they would. Gabe Vincent. Yeah, like yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Lonnie Walker is not in the NBA. Like that's a shock to me. Oh, you think the Lakers are injured? Yeah, they got a lot of injuries, right? They got like Christian Wood. I think is Jared Vanderbilt. I think he's on there. Brandon Clark. What up, Brandon Clark? You feel like all those dudes are too old? I mean, like a lot of the best players in the NBA are like all in their 30s though. Like even Jokic, I feel like Jokic is probably in his 30s now. I feel like all these dudes like but then again, Jokic is not his game is not built on being fast. Jokic is 29. He'll be 30 in 2 months. But like every player is like mid 30s now. But yeah, has they lost a step? Yeah, probably. To be honest, they probably have lost a step. Uh, Bucks are trash since the trade. Yeah, that they didn't do Griffin, Adrian Griffin. They didn't do him right. That was messed up. Yeah, they yeah they might come back though. The Bucks might come back. I think if Middleton could come back, he'll be all right. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan because I'm a Packers fan, but I'm sad Aaron is going to retire soon. Did Aaron Rodgers confirm that he's going to retire? Yeah, it definitely hasn't worked in New York, right? I don't know. There was a lot of pressure on him coming to New York. Stay prayed up. Jimmer bro couldn't pull. Yeah, he got like hurt in the Olympics, like pretty bad. Coming back to play, what play in like Jimmer coming back to play? Probably he would be playing somewhere overseas, but he hasn't played in a few years. I guess he was focused more on the 3-on-3 stuff. Bucks were the worst team in the East in the beginning of the season. Now they're in 11th compared to the Sixers. Yeah, I just don't know what the Sixers are gonna do. Thought the Bucks would be better though. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Probably thought the Bucks would be better than this, considering they have like two of the best players in the game. I think they're just too far with some stuff they do cute because they support different teams. How is passions? I think they're too far with some stuff they do. Do they like they kill people just because they support a different team? How is? Oh, you're you're talking about the European fans? They're too passionate for the roster they have. Yeah, people probably expected the Bucks to do better. Yeah, they might be able to. They might be able to do some things. They might be able to do some things. Um, Hopefully, but it's like I think it'll be based on health, and they got to figure out a defensive identity probably too. Could you make a video into you switch Lillard and Curry's career? Yeah, I honestly, yeah, I feel like I say this all the time. Like I feel like Lillard's career, Curry's career, if you switch them, that it would be the same. I think they would still win all those titles. Yeah, but it's not even halfway through the season yet. There's still time. Yeah, there might be still time. There might still be time. I mean, uh, but by December, like I don't know, it's gonna get tricky for some of these teams by the time in the next like 2 weeks if they don't figure something out. He has some time. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he's I don't know. It just didn't work. And New York is a tough town, so if you can't get it done, like it's gonna be rough for you, man. Middleton might have to come. Yeah, we'll see if Middleton is getting better. Like, I think he played in the last two games, so we'll see. We'll see how he comes. But yeah, if he goes down, I don't know. Like the only shot that I think they have is Gary Trent Jr. You know, I think the player, but Gary Trent is not. He's not like I like the way Chris Middleton could make plays in the fourth quarter out of the pick and roll. Gary Trent, yeah, exactly. Gary Trent was supposed to be a big thing. Yeah, I think he's their only shot. Rogers has to retire sometime. Yeah, I agree. He has to retire sometime. Rogers, what, like 40? What is he, 40? I think he's, what is he, 40? Let me see. I don't know how old he is. I think he's 40. 41. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, 41. Middleton, Mike, Gary Trent, yeah. Tony Snell was on the like you're saying he was on that team where they scrimmaged with Tony Snell was you're saying? Yeah, those European, yeah, it's probably a little too serious the way they take it. Yeah. Yeah, I think Gary Trent could do some things with the Bucks. You know what I mean? If they figure out how to use him, as that like six man kind of scorer. I think he'll definitely help them, but I think they need Chris Middleton's like playmaking in the fourth quarter. I mean, they have Dame, but like with him and Chris Middleton, I feel like it gives you other options. But part of it still, they got to find a defensive identity. I mean, they have, like, I think, let me look through their roster. I feel like they have, like, some decent defenders, but all right, let's look through their roster before before we call it. Like Taurean Prince, good defensive player. Brook Lopez, good defensive player. Jackson Jr., I imagine they use him as a defensive player. But a lot of these young guys, like, I don't know. Like some of these picks, like some of the picks didn't really work out in the way that they wanted. Bobby Portis, good defensive player. AJ Green, I feel like he plays hard. Beauchamp, we're still gonna see what he's becoming. They're not playing Pat Connaughton. DeLon Wright, I think, is a good defensive player. Amude, I feel like he's a tough guy. Can't really think of his game right now. Rollins, I would say he's solid. I don't know. Say he's a solid player. Amude, darn, can't even like remember him playing that much. But like I feel like they have a whole bunch of guys, but there's no real identity though. I don't know. I feel like until they find a defensive identity, it's gonna be tough. All right, good night, man. All the defensive players that they got are old and washed. Like Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez is old. Yeah, Brooke Lopez has been in the league for a while. Bobby Portis. Yeah, how old is Bobby Portis? 29. Yeah, I don't know. They gotta figure something, or maybe get like a young guy from the G League or something. Yeah, I mean I don't know. I feel like their draft picks haven't really been hit. That's what they were saying in the summertime. Like a lot of their draft picks, they've taken like they've taken risk and they haven't really worked out. You know what I mean? Like the one that's really hit was Giannis, but like every other first round pick, they haven't really developed. But maybe it's also like their ability to develop players. Like I feel like most teams don't develop players well. I feel like Toronto Raptors develop players really well. I feel like Denver, and I feel like Phoenix. I feel like those teams, like players end up being pretty good out of there. And in some cases Boston as well. Bucks, yeah, I feel like the Bucks have like a decent team. I just like they just have to like I feel like they just have to put it together. You know what I mean? Like Gary Trent is like he's solid. Like if Middleton is getting you like 16 a night and Gary Trent's getting you like 11, 12, and like Torian Prince and Jackson and Bobby Portis are playing D, like that should do something. Like, you know what I mean? That should do something. Yo, 100%. 100%. Brooke Lopez literally changed his game. Literally, like he's probably one of the few dudes that was successfully able to change his game. Because I feel like if a lot more people were able to change their game, they'd still be in the league. Like Jala Okafor. Like I feel like if he was able to change his game, you know what I mean? I feel like even Jabari Parker, like even Vucevic had to change his game, but I feel like nobody really changed their game as much as Brook Lopez. He was like a straight up traditional back to the basket, He never shot threes. He didn't really even. I feel like his defense wasn't really that strong back then. Now he's one of the best defender big men in the game. He shoots threes. He's just total. That's a great point. Great point. But yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that anybody else wanted to go through, but yeah, nothing really for me. We yeah, I'm looking to come back. Hopefully I could come back by God's grace next week. And we jump on lives again. But yeah, nothing really else for me on my end. But wishing everybody a good night. God bless in Jesus' name. Um Appreciate everybody who jumped on. Yoda, take care. Keenan, take care. Um I think Brandon already logged off. William, take care if you're still on here. Brandon, take care, buddy.